First of all, Happy New Year. We are in 2026, baby. For me personally, I always love the start of the new year. Like previously, I'd always sit down and I'd spend a lot of time reflecting, trying to write out new goals. And to be honest, I've done the same this year. I've done a lot of reflection. I've looked at my previous goals and kind of thought about what I want to do in 2026. But there was one reoccurring theme on all of my previous lists of all my goals, my yearly goals I would always set in January. And all the time, yes, it was like make some money, make an exact dollar amount figure of money for the business or of myself and do whatever. But one thing that always was top of my list was spend more time with family. Spend more time with my girls. I have two small children, Georgia and Taylor. Georgia's about to turn 4 and Taylor's just turned 1 in the summer. So that was always my goal every year. And I like to think I've definitely kept that. I've definitely had moments within the year where it's been very chaotic and I've maybe worked more than I would have liked to. But as a founder, you know what it's like. It's hard to switch off. It's definitely hard to switch off when you're a founder because if you're like me and it's your business, you're the owner, you're also the CEO. When you're a founder, you just want to do everything. You're so impatient. You want to go 100 miles an hour every single second of the day. So even for me right now in January, it's the first week of January and I'm like, why is no one replying to emails yet? Why are we not doing this? Why are we not doing that? And my biggest thing that I've never put on any of my previous goals in any previous years, but this year is essentially my only goal. My only goal this year is patience. I think it's one of the hardest things ever. But as I kind of get older and as I kind of experience different things in life, I'm learning that patience and time are the most important things. And for me, I kind of put it all under the umbrella of just patience because I'm so impatient with everything in my life. I just always want the next thing. Previously, I've always wanted the next thing. I've always wanted to go 100 miles an hour. I'm always just like, we need this, we need that, we need this, we need that. And it's not superficial things. It's like, oh, I want to be in the best shape of my life now. I want to eat healthy now. I want to go learn to do a backflip now. I've never wanted to learn to do a backflip. I don't know why I said that, but I've always wanted the next thing, whatever it is, or whatever I've decided in my head that I want it straight away, right away, as quick as possible. And what I'm kind of learning is just slow down, give yourself more time, put less pressure on yourself. I think, again, as a founder, as a CEO of a company, like a small startup or a small business, you already have so much pressure, right? But I think like the most amount of pressure I ever feel is from myself. I have such high expectations for myself and I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to put as much pressure on myself. I want to enjoy the moment. I feel like I've spoken about it a lot recently. I feel like I've spoken a lot about enjoying the moment and living in the moment because I always see the same quotes online where it's like, what you're doing now, where you are now is exactly where you want it to be 5 years ago, where you wished you wanted to be, where you dreamt you wanted to be. And honestly, I can safely say for me, I'm exactly where I want to be. I'm exactly where I've always dreamt of being. Obviously, I moved to Los Angeles from the UK, and that's been a dream of mine for such a long time. Like, I think for me, I grew up in the music industry in like a band, touring all the time. And our dream since a kid was like, I want to be in a band. I want to go play Warped Tour. I want to go to America and be in a band in America and do all that. Because all my favorite bands growing up were American and in California. So now obviously I'm not in a band, but I've moved over here with my wife and kids and my business. And I'm literally living the dream, but I still put so much pressure on myself. So yeah, I'm not doing it. 2026, I'm not putting pressure on myself like that. I'm not being as hard on myself. I'm learning patience and I'm learning not to put pressure on myself and just enjoy the moment and work hard. Definitely work hard. I saw a quote recently actually from Gary Vee and I shared it in I do a big email to all my employees at Social in the company. I do a big email, probably like once a quarter. And I put something in there that it was mainly for me, but it's also, I want to kind of instill this in the team as well. And it was, you don't have to go hard 24/7. Work when you work, rest when you rest. And that's going to be my new motto with everything I do, because that's so important. That's my goal. Work hard when I'm working and rest hard when I'm resting. Take the time to just chill, turn off the laptop, put the phone away. I've actually just bought what my wife did. We just bought a phone box where when we're just in the moment, put our phones in this box. I say we, it's me. She's never on her phone. But patience and time and just living in the moment. That's my biggest goal. That's my biggest reflection on 2025. After all the things I did, after all the things I did and achieved and all this crazy stuff in 2025, I just want more time and more patience and less pressure on myself. I love what I do. I love my business. I love my family. I love where I live. And it's more than enough for me. That's the crazy thing. So, yeah, I think this video right now is, I don't know. I'm not going to, like a big goal, again, like a minor goal, is just posting content and like just doing these raw videos because I think, again, they're so important. I think social media is so smoke and mirrors sometimes. And like I said before, I definitely don't want to be negative online. I love positivity. There's already too much negativity out there. So I definitely want to be positive with anything I put out. But being authentic and being real doesn't mean it's negativity. Like we can still be real, we can still be authentic in how we talk and what content we put out without being negative. We can still be positive, we can still put out a message, we can still, be authentic. So I hope that's what these videos will be. And like I always say, I'm not expecting any of these videos to go crazy, do crazy numbers. Here's my daughter. Hello, baby. Here she is. This is my daughter. This is Taylor. And a big reason why I'm trying to have more patience and time is to spend more time with these beautiful girls, especially while they're so young as well. And like, look at her. She's just the best little girl in the world. Like, I love my kids. And do you know what? Slowly I've realized more and more, like when I started my business, The Social Lemon, I definitely, as with anyone, I think anyway, I started the business because I wanted more money. I was on a salary at another company, but I wanted more money. I definitely wanted more money. I wanted to buy the cool stuff. I wanted to buy the designer clothes. I wanted to buy the watch. I wanted to buy the nice car. But slowly, as you make money and you maybe mature a little bit, your why changes. My why was definitely I wanted more money. But since I've got it, it changes. It changes. And having kids and my wife has definitely changed everything. Hey, baby. But after a while, your why changes. And my why is for my girls. Honestly, it's to spend more time with them, give them a better life. So yeah, money's definitely still a factor. I'm not going to lie, I'm being completely honest. Money's definitely still a factor. You need money. I want to do some nice holidays with the kids as well. And I want to have more time to spend with my kids. But the why has definitely changed. I'm definitely no longer interested in all those super luxury things that I thought I once wanted. Now I just want time with my girls. So yeah, definitely 2026, I'm practicing patience. I'm practicing not putting as much pressure on myself and practicing just living in the moment and enjoying life because life is really, really great. And I love life. I love my life. So 2026, let's start. Let's get at it 2026. Let's have a great year. 2025 was fantastic. I love 2025. A lot of change for me, but I'm not complaining. I'm living the dream. So yeah, this is my first video, I think, of 2026. And again, I'm going to make a bunch more videos like this. I'm going to make way more businessy type content. I definitely want to give some free game about kind of how other people can do similar things. Yes, baby. Wow. That looks cool. I definitely want to give more game to anyone that follows me. So how we do things at The Social Lemon, how we make money for other creators and how you can make money if you want to make a little bit of a side hustle on social media, because there's a bunch of ways you can do that. So I definitely want to do that. I definitely want to give more value to anyone that watches these videos. Again, I'm not expecting many people to watch now, but these videos are more for me. Hold myself accountable and create like an online diary of sorts that I can look back on. But overall, yeah, 2025 was great. 2026, I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, I appreciate anyone watching these videos. And yeah, I hope you all have a great start to the year. January, baby. Let's get it.